when it comes to that day, look at that. So we have consolidation, right? We are right here. It's entering on a consolidation phase or accumulation. So ICT also calls this AMD, calls AMD, which means accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. I think it spells like that. So what we have in right here is this accumulation phase. You see this line right here? This is the previous low that I'm trying to hunt right there, right? That's the sell side liquidity. So we wait, we see that New York session starts. Look at that manipulation, right? Accumulation, manipulation. We are in the manipulation. Look at that. The manipulation is sweeping the entire lows from this liquidity, from this consolidation. So we do have manipulation right there. Now, after the sweep, what do we want to see? You see even the lower time frame, right? We have this sweep right here. That small sell side liquidity. But in overall, this is the most important one right here, because that's the one in the past that was very strong. So what are we expecting? We want to see, if you want to buy, be careful, because the risky thing right here is that we're normally going against it. We're looking for a shift, for a reversal. Whenever you trade this type of entry model, you're looking for that reversal. You're not following the trend. You're going against the trend. You know what I mean? So what we're trying to look right now after the sweep.
Yeah, because to me, this looked like, you know, I would look at it normally as a breakout to the downside, but it's really the manipulation that's doing it. And that's I mean, sometimes that would be the case. So how do you be patient enough to wait, you know, before entering in whatever direction here? How do you really know if it is not following a breakdown of the trend or now reversing? Like that's the big question.
That's right. Yeah, no, it's very tricky, and this is the thing that it takes longer to now understand. It's just because of that. Because most of the times, whenever you see a break like that, it's telling you, oh shit, this thing it just broke this box. It's most likely going to continue dropping. And no, not all the time, because it's not all the time as well. Not all the time, but you have to see. You have to let the market show you what it wants to do. So how do we know what the market wants to do? We have to wait for if it broke, if the breakout is real, it most likely wants to stay here and it's going to keep creating lows, or it's going to give you maybe more signs of selling. But how do we know it's fake? When the price returns back up with a strong displacement to the upside, that's when you know, oh, this is manipulation. So a light bulb turns on in your head, automatically saying, oh shit, I am seeing what happening. I'm seeing what's happening. Manipulation just happened. And at this point, whenever it breaks, I'm thinking, I'm just getting prepared, just trying to get prepared. Okay, I want to see if price really wants to continue or wants to reverse. What do I have to wait? Let's see. Let's just wait. And we want to see displacement with an imbalance. You want to see an almost reaction, an almost immediate reaction. The same speed that it broke, you want to see the same speed to the upside. Not all the time it's going to happen with the same speed. Sometimes it can maybe consolidate for a little bit, but then boom, explodes all the way back inside the consolidation. That's telling you that's the light bulb that you want to see. Let me see there. I don't know if there's figures right here. I can put a light bulb, right? So there's no light bulb yet. I want to see, you see, at the moment, there's nothing. Price is coming back down again to the downside, very strong. Okay. So price is still, what is this telling me? Consolidation, indecision. I do know that it's most likely going to struggle because it's just sweeping that high, that sell side liquidity, you know, from very far away. It's sweeping. So I know it's going to struggle a little bit. Let's see if it's going to maintain and going to go lower. or I'm gonna have my idea, my light bulb, right? Of buying. But let's see. Nothing. Price is still struggling. We see now some buying pressure. Now you're starting to see more buying pressure, and boom, now you're starting to see 3 moves to the upside. Let's see the next candle. Another. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. That's the light bulb. And you seeing the structure shift. You see that break, especially when that break happens. That's when your light bulb in your head goes on and said, aha, okay, I am seeing what's going on here. I am seeing AMD. Now, I want to look for the distribution. I want to enter at the distribution because it's most likely starting right here. Now, the distribution is starting. We had accumulation. We had manipulation, right? And now probably we're going for that distribution phase. So what am I waiting? What do I want to see here? Right? Similar, right? You just the fib.
Well, do you want to look for an entry on a pullback? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Exactly. You just have to wait for the pullback, and you want to enter at a fair value gap that is at least within the discount. Okay. So this one was the closest one. You could have maybe marked up this one as well, right? But it's fine. When you have 2 or multiple fair value gaps, you may have to take that entire zone. Like you're going to have to take that entire position either from here, or you want to go from the 50 right there, because you know that's in the actual fair value gap. And then the target, where are you thinking about targeting? Hold on, let me see if the price is going to pull back there. Okay. So it looks like it is pulling back. So my target, where's the manipulation leg? This move was the one that swept that sell side liquidity from very far away, right? So it swept from this high to this low. I'm going to use the fib. This high to this low. Change the settings. And then from there, I could be targeting either my support, my resistance right there at the top, or number 2, or 2.5. That's up to you right there. So, but you see why now we're changing. You see, there's no, not just because it broke right here, I'm going to be buying. No, it's not like that. This is what you have to see. You have to see this sort of entry model. If you don't see it, then you don't buy. You don't look for buys. And I missed it. I missed this entire opportunity. But this was the, you know.
But it did come down and give you that buy, right? After you put that light bulb, it did come back to the 50% gap, fair value gap, didn't it?
That's right.
It did give you that quick chance if you know, where you had it.
Right. So look at that entire distribution.
Amazing.
So you have AMD, you have accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Beautiful move to the upside, like almost non-stopping.